BagFuel, baby.
Welcome back. It's a sit down, ladies and gentlemen. We out here. And today, special episode, I got the guys of BagFuel. My guys, Heineken and Esso are in the building. Say what's up.
Oh, man, the Zols are here.
You know what I mean?
Extra Haitians in the building. Heineken is here.
Yo, ESSO, everyone sees Sounds Official, Southside Jamaica, Queens. We made it up in here. Finally, you heard?
Bang, bang.
It's a long time coming. I was on their platform. It's only right that they came on mine. So let's go from the beginning. The before the BagFuel podcast, what were the things you guys were into and doing and moving about in the city? Because before the BagFuel, you guys were also people in the industry doing things as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let them know about that first before we get into the BagFuel talk.
You go first, huh?
My whole profile has pretty much been media, you know what I'm saying? So I was doing interviews, one of the first personalities to get launched on World Star when Q was alive, R.I.P. He gave me a big look back in the day, so that helped build my profile. I was getting a lot of views independently, doing True Stories radio, running around celebrities, was letting me talk crazy to them, porn stars and everything, and then it translated over to working with 50. He allowed me to go hammer and talk crazy to celebrities as well. And then over time, you know, being experienced and running into people, I run into Esso, you know, compacting the story. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah. So meeting Esso, how did that change? How did that change your situation?
I was in a different space. I was like, you know, I had hit a plateau. I was falling out of love with this, falling out of energy. You know, sometimes, you know,
it could happen.
You need an interjection in your arm. And then Esso's plan was to reignite the whole brand differently. He wanted to manage me, wanted me to start a brand new show. And EmEZ, you know, doing a show, it's hard doing a show by yourself, building up a show. So I came up with an idea, and Esso came up with an idea, and he'll take the rest from there on how we got the BagFuel, because it shifted once you know we put the plan together.
Well, I think he had asked about what we was doing before BagFuel. So before BagFuel, I was promoting parties in college, and my girlfriend and Clue's girlfriend was roommates, and me and Clue had known each other already from Queens, but the two girlfriends put us together, and Clue came to me and was like, "Yo, if you doing parties out here, you from Queens, I'm from Queens, blah blah blah. I should be doing your parties," because he came down once when I was doing this Jay-Z Foxy concert a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I was like 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? Then I went from there and I started managing DJs. You know what I'm saying? I had learned to DJ, but it was too expensive for me. I ain't have enough money to buy records. So I started promoting the party. I started to manage the DJs and stuff. Then a girlfriend of mine at the time, Keisha Hines, shout out to Keisha. Keisha came home with a magazine and had Puffy in it, and she was like, "Yo, this dude went to college just like you, through parties just like you. He started managing just like you. You need to read up on his story. Maybe that'll show you how you could transition into making other money and doing things." So, you know, I read the story, but I was like, that's down the line. Right now, I'm throwing parties. You know what I'm saying? So I do parties, graduated. Tone Bird, my man Tone Bird, people put me with Tone Bird. Tone Bird is a BMF member, you know what I'm saying, as far as throwing the parties. Tone Bird wanted to throw parties with me. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made was not throwing parties with Tone Bird. So
you could have been in the whole BMF show right now.
I missed out on the money, though, because he didn't do nothing wrong. He was just throwing parties, you know what I'm saying? So I could have got in on some of that money, but anyway, I missed it, you know what I'm saying? But then I had caught a break. My god brother was managing a rapper, and the rapper was on the Def Jam at the time. So I bumped into them during the Hard Knock Life tour, and they told me when I graduated, come home. So I graduated, came home, went to the label. It didn't work out at the label. Put me out the label. Put me out the label. Was home. Then started managing a dude named Lauren Dawson. He's actually married to Terrell Hicks, you know, from
Belly.
And Belly, that's my man. He knew me and knew what I knew about management, but the biggest thing was he knew my parents. So he trusted me.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he put me with Corey Rooney. So Corey Rooney's one of the biggest producers of all time, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? He put me with Corey. We made records for Jennifer Lopez, Genuine, and all that. Made some money from that. Then got my writers called Big Draws. That led me to Rock Wilder. We placed records with Beyonce, Destiny Child, managed Rock Wilder for 8 years, put on an artist named Yummy, managed a dude named Range, was at Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? We opened the doors at Rock Nation through Stargate. I helped to put Stargate on. You can ask him. 5 years running producer of the year. Ask him about Randy Parker. I told them what to do. They had managers, sent them home, said, yo, go home. Y'all come back, do this. They came back and do this, and I put them with Neo, 100. I introduced them to Tango and Neo and everybody. So that's how you got Neo. You got So Sick and all the rest of them, Rihanna records and all that. Yeah, it's because of me.
Talk that talk, Randy.
Yo, it's true.
Yes.
It's true. Then they came back when I was struggling and they wasn't giving deals, and they gave Range a deal at Rock Nation and gave us a publishing deal. And put me right back in the game. And all through that mix, Clue would hold on to me, and I would do little things for Clue, a little management responsibilities and things like that when I couldn't get on my feet. And when I was with Clue, I bumped into Heineken.
Go ahead. So now.
One day at the Bryson Tiller concert. And then me and Hein talked, and then we got Hein on the, I got Clue to do the, to be on camera with Heineken for This Is 50. And then we stayed in touch. It took like 8-9 months to get Clue up there. But we stayed in touch, and we actually started building. And I was like, yo, maybe let me manage you, because I saw how people knew him. And then I did a podcast to talk about the launch of the Clue Lace, and he waited for me to come out the podcast, and then he says this.
I was like, you like it? And he's like, yeah, I enjoyed it. I said, you still want me to do a show? He's like, yeah. I said, under one condition. He's like, what? We do the show together. And he froze. He's like, really? I said, yeah. And he's like, why? It's gonna work.
I said, why do you want to do a show with me?
And I gave certain reasons I don't want to say because it would cripple the industry. But I said, based on what I see, this is the pocket, and I already know what we can get away with. Long story short.
Yeah.
1 second.
Oh.
Hello? What's up?
Nothing.
All right. Take your time. I'm in the middle of an interview. When I'm done, I'll come down and get you. All right. Okay. So you've had the vision for a long time. The minute you saw Randy or felt that.
What happened was we was always going back and forth about business and how to maneuver and how to, do clean business. And as I'm listening to everything he's saying, I'm already checking the landscape of all the other media talent. And I'm like, this stuff he's saying, people ain't saying it. And the way he's delivering it. And I'm like, all right, if we just put this guy on camera with the ridiculousness of me, this is going to go. Because I already know all the talent and all the people that work together. And I'm like, nobody's going to emulate this, even if they tried. You got to, between he and I, we got over 35 years of experience. And we came in the game both young. So it was just easy. And all we needed was the right explosion, right visibility to take it to the next level. And that's what's been happening within the past, 24 months.
What do you think it is about y'all podcast that you think people will gravitate to? Because this shit is fly.
I'm going to tell you this. Short version for me, all BagFuel is our conversations that we have on the phone in front of a camera, but watered down. If they videotaped how all three of us Space Ghosts is in the building, how we talk to each other on the phone, we would have 1 million subscribers. It's very violent.
So then why you water it down?
People
can't handle it. EmEZ, you know that. You've done media for a lot of years. How many times you curtail the things you talk about?
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Come on.
Because we'll have guests on, and we'll be in a full-blown back and forth with all three
in front of
us
the guests.
While the guests before the camera goes on. I mean, literally arguing back and forth, and then when the camera come on, we like, all right, well, we here at BagFuel, so. And the guest is looking like, do they hate each other or like what's going on here? But that's how we naturally talk. It's more what I would say is passionate talking. Like I talked to Ghost yesterday, I think it was, or the fucking day before, and we was going back and forth, and I was so emotional and passionate about what I was saying tears started coming down my eye, and I'm telling Ghost like, yo, I'm tearing. I'm so fucking. I'm sorry.
No, you can curse that.
I'm so freaking passionate about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people say that they want a Hollywood star, and some people say that they want to do all of these great things because they just have this vision of greatness, and they want to go to sleep and they want to wake up and it's just there.
Yep.
I don't have that vision. I want all those same things, but I know I have to work for it. I know I got a big mouth. I know I say things that be straightforward that other people are not going to say. You know what I'm saying? But when I walk outside, nobody can say, yo, he capping. Or he ain't telling me what's really real. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because you find out later.
Yeah, I've always told my friends this. I'm the one guy, you'll never be like, damn, why you ain't tell me? Because if I know, you gonna know. I believe you have to empower the people around you so they know exactly what's going on. It's the sit down. It's your guy EmEZ. I got SO and Heineken, the guys of BagFuel in the building. Okay, so now a podcast like BagFuel.
Yes.
Are you trying to take this to a network? Are you guys? What's the next step or iteration of BagFuel?
Listen, I want the whole turkey, the whole wings, the whole hot sauce, mashed potatoes, everything that's available. You know, did we come this far just to go this far? You feel me? Anything that's available, let's go for it. That's how I feel on an abstract level. If you're talking about specifically what network we want to go to, whichever one wants us to, you know, house BagFuel as their home, you know.
And so, listen, of course we want to be picked up by somebody that can help reduce some of this work that we're all doing together, because we're a 3-man wrecking crew. So, of course, just being with a network to have help would be the biggest bonus that we could ever have, real marketing and promotion dollars to really get the word out, because we already know when we're on bigger platforms, the reception that we get and how it's worldwide phenomenon, worldwide recognition and stuff like that. So people can do the testing and see what we've been on and what we've done to know if it's going to be effective. Why they haven't come yet, I don't know. I said I told him too. I said, yo, I said maybe they haven't come because we're not spring chickens. I'm not like 25 years old or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't want 35 or 40-year-old people to be on the platform to be the ones. They want younger people, but yet and still they don't have the information. So it's like you're letting the blind lead the blind when you do it that way.
Bang,
you know what
bang.
I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I just pay attention, but that's another thing. We hoping to be at a network soon. We got people finally calling us and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just got the message about that call.
Yeah,
so next week.
I'm trying to do more voiceover work. That's what I really want to get into, using my voice, because people seem to know my voice is very distinct. And that's what I wanted to do. And you know, I've been trying to get on radio.
Listen, I'm trying to do the voiceover thing too, bro. I'm with you. I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? So if we can get on this radio wherever we can go, if it's about taking both of us, we gonna take it. If it's about taking Heineken and bringing me on later, I'll take it. If it's about me and bringing Heineken on later, but everybody know that he does all our camera work and our filming. He's the backbone behind what we got. And when I say he, I'm talking about Space Ghost. You know what I'm saying? So whatever we got in common, it's not a lot of us. So whatever type of situation that they bring to us, we can fit ourselves in there because it's only us two. It's only us three right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Because the reason I ask the question is because I see podcasts that aren't even half as good as y'all get certain accolades and sponsorships and endorsements. I'm like, how the fuck they got that? But I mean, like you said, maybe there's a stigma.
I mean, it could be a stigma. It could be politics too. I mean, sometimes
favoritism.
Sometimes you got to be on the right side of politics. Maybe we're just not on that right side of politics. But there's things that have gotten me along. Like everybody knows that Clue is my best friend, so I can't complain about politics. You know what I'm saying? I've never asked him to do really nothing for me, but he set us up with YG when we didn't have nobody. You know what I'm saying? And he created a place for us to do it. He came and been on our shows multiple times to help to launch us. He's put me on radio multiple times.
Yes.
He started a podcast with us all. You know what I'm saying? So I can't complain about a cheat code or if somebody else gonna catch a break. It's about what you do with your break.
Exactly. When you get yours, you gotta do what you gotta do with it.
Shit, right. I caught mad cheat codes off of 50 Cent. that effing vodka era. Oh my God, I was giving them away like there was free drugs.
Damn.
What?
I remember the effing vodka days.
EmEZ would come through, get like 3 cases.
That was the first Tito's I felt like, cause that effing will have you sick. Yo, that effing will put you on your behind.
That black cherry.
Ooh. Bro, that was the first Tito's.
What was the green one?
The cucumber.
That wasn't bad.
That one right there, if you mixed it with Pepsi, it was over. That's BagFuel juice.
You already know you messed up. When you mixing a drink with Pepsi, you already all wrong.
Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'm still active in the streets, man.
Yeah. Vodka, cucumber, and Pepsi.
Yes.
That green bottle was different. I don't know why I like that one, but that cucumber
I hated that flavor at first, and then this chick from the Bronx was like, let's mix it like this. And after that,
it's over.
Backflip juice.
There you go, backflip juice.
So what is some advice you would give to people that are wanting to get into this podcast space?
It's not going to happen overnight. You're going to need you're going to have to eat crap for at least 6 years.
6 years.
But why don't you tell them some technical stuff and instead of telling them the bad stuff, because he's not going to tell you nothing good.
No, because
it's going to be negative.
No, because what happens is when they watch a person like let's take you for an example.
Why you got to use me as an example?
Because now we're going to, since you brought this into the fold, we're going to do it right. EmEZ's known you for years, right? Yes. But to the people that don't know Esso, doesn't it feel like he came out of nowhere?
Yes.
Now, they don't know the amount of years we were doing BagFuel. You and him we were supposed to do a sports show together.
I remember that. And now I see Cameron and that shit. I think every time I see that, I think of you. Every time I see that shit, I think of you.
I blame Clue. I be having the ideas. They got to move on the idea. Now, we had the sports show.
So when people see that.
Pause. And our Knicks is playing in the playoffs finally.
Yes.
But anyway, go ahead.
This reels is going up with the Rolex. You better catch your body. But
stupid.
Yeah. So now because EmEZ's been around us and he's in media, he can see how the outside's looking in. So when they see a person like Esso, all it looks like is he sat somewhere, caught a look. Anybody can do it. They don't know that he was a manager for 20 years. They don't know he had to file for bankruptcy. They don't know that he used to stutter and he had to work on the game and come back around. Yeah. So when people are like, oh, I can just sit somewhere and catch a look like Esso, or I could just turn on the camera like Space Ghost and it's going to work. No, it's going to take you at least 6 years. Think about this. Nyla Simone was on the top 25 media list. A few years ago, she was the person y'all was sending down to bring up artists to go get them. She was the intern.
And now she's
so
an influencer.
What are we talking about? How many years that took?
It took a lot of years.
Okay, then.
But people would think the knowledge just came
out of nowhere.
They say it takes 10 years to be an overnight
success.
Yeah.
And you cut that by 7 years, okay?
I'm
thank you.
I'm 20-some years in. What are you talking about?
But that's
I'm 20 years in.
But that's one advice. It's not going to, once you decide to go into this game, study the people that you feel like really motivate you to be a personality or give advice. Don't emulate them. Just see what makes them successful.
Ooh, and he gave some positive advice. Ghost. I didn't think it was possible, Ghost, but he did it. He did it. I'm proud of you, Heineken.
And another thing, too, don't watch those people for more than 5-10 minutes. Because when it comes to hip-hop and when it comes to dope culture, when something's really influential to you, you tend to emulate it at a high level. So 5 to 10 minutes of dosage will keep you honest. Anything more than that, you'll start we've seen other executives try to imitate what Esso would do. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's very clear and blatant.
Go for it, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's another advice.
Making my legend grow.
Yeah, of course. I'm not a hater. And
I'm talking about them.
Oh yeah, of course. And get the right equipment and know how to use your equipment properly. We were somewhere in Philly, and this cameraman was shooting footage, right? Ghost is like, he tapped me, and we're somewhere where it's naked women. Ghost said, I notice why this footage never comes out. This guy's holding the camera. He's shooting everything. He said, Hein, his card's been full for 20 minutes.
Not even moving.
He's just literally wasting battery and pretending that he's working.
To get girls.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the work that people be going on.
Yeah.
If I would tell somebody what they need to do.
Yeah.
What I want to tell them when they first looking at podcasting, things ain't always what they seem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You can't just turn the camera on. You have to know subject matter, questions, and you have to know about content. And you need a cameraman, a good one. And he's not, and he's more than the cameraman. He's cutting up your footage. He's helping you with your YouTube. He's what you call yourself, Ghost? What's your title? He's a producer, but he had another title for it, too. It was something visual that came along with it. Mm-hmm. Understand that all of these parts make the show, not just the person talking.
Yes.
They get it twisted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's just the person talking. I don't come up with no questions, bro. Heineken and Ghost come up with them that all the questions. What I do is I sit in front of the camera. I sit in front of the camera, and they come up with the topics, and my questions come off the top of the dome.
Mm-hmm.
That's my gift.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing before I walk in. I just come off the top of the dome with every question that went viral, everything I said to people. No, everybody, I've never rehearsed it or nothing.
It's just off the top.
It's just everything off the top of the dome.
But I understand that as a natural talent. But other people are going to hear that and think they can do that.
Absolutely.
I'm the Jay-Z of that.
I remember.
I'm the Jay-Z of that. I don't get prepared. I just sit down and go.
I remember when I first got into radio. I was around Malika Maled and
Salute to her.
And all those people, and they would just turn the mic on and and I'm like, damn, that shit is nice. Like I want to do it like that. So then I would do. I wasn't on the air yet, and I was sending her my practices. She goes
air checks, right?
My air check. She was like, yo, you don't know what you're talking about. You can sound like you're umming. I'm like, yeah, but you guys, you not them, you not me. You haven't been doing this. You got to write it down, put some bullet points. So when I first to tell you, when I first got up here and I got on my job, I would have little bullet points. But I would read my little shit, and then to the point where now it's second nature. So it's all a practice thing as far as podcasting and getting used to the whole.
But here's the thing with that practice, right? You're talking to millions of people every day. Now, when you get to the comfortability of being able to speak, you got to rechange how you speak because now your words have more meaning. So sometimes people will watch SO and I pause for a little bit. It ain't because we don't know what we want to say. Yeah. It's because what we're going to say is going to cripple.
You got to be more
careful.
So
a lot of the times when you see me pausing, I'll say this. There was a big lawsuit that happened in New York. And something I said on footage 11 years ago was part of the case.
Wow.
To help the defendant and go against the plaintiff. And I don't want to give the context of how I said it because then they'll use this interview to retract it.
We don't need that.
So your words have meaning, especially when your popularity goes up. You can be, trying to be genuine to somebody and they'll take it the wrong way and say you played me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So even learning how to speak, that's the first part.
I never used to speak to people in public. You know that. I would just go. I will always be there, and I would just be in the back smoking, chilling, doing business or whatever, because I never was that person that would just walk up and talk to people. Now, walking over here, I got mobbed by like 4 or 5 people, and you know what I'm saying? Well, that's not mob, but it's like, yo, they stopping me, take pictures with this and talking that and do that. And I'm like, I'm so used to talking to people. My wife even be like, yo, how you just turn that off and on? It's just what I do now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You are public property, so you got to adjust to it fast.
Fellas, listen, I hate this because I've got 17 other people that need to come in.
Of course.
We good.
We good. We're going to the parade with the Irish people downstairs.
Listen, make sure. I'm pretty sure if you watch EmEZ, you watch BagFuel because it's the same type of content and what would I say? Listener. I think we get the same type of listenership.
Viewership. Was your wife upset about, me saying that happy marriage is all about cheating?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a sit down. That's Heineken.
Yes.
That's so make sure you follow him. Let them know the tags real quick.
Instagram, HYNAKEN. That's Heineken.
Instagram, ESSOWR
Space Ghost SP, the number 8 Ghost, and
BagFuel, BagFuel. Boom,
on YouTube,
ladies and gentlemen,
and Instagram.
They are going to be a problem.
8-bar clips.
Word
Get
up.
your 8 bars ready. EmEZ, close this out.
That's it. We out of here.
Ow.